Wrestling is a very hard sport to explain to people. You better be prepared to work through pain, and you have to be able to get past that. I'm Hayden Hidlay, redshirt junior wrestler at NC State.
I wanted to be a part of something that was bigger than myself, and I wanted to make an identity for myself and make a name for myself in the highest level of wrestling. I wanted to be a part of a team that wrestled hard, wrestled with grit, did everything right, and NC State was a perfect fit for me. And it just so happened that my brother was here, and that's made things a lot easier for me. I'm Trent Hidlay, redshirt freshman, wrestler at NC State.
Going to practice, it's never going to be easy, and wrestling in a match, it's never going to be easy. So you have to have that mental fortitude to pick it up in the second and third period whenever it's the toughest.
The cool thing about wrestling is that you can go into any practice and learn something new every day.
Bottom man set, top guy on. Work here, work. Ride him a little bit bolder if he's not doing it right. Guy's got a leg in, we're flat. You got 15 seconds. What are you gonna go to in a match is what we gotta go to here. Short time.
Going into practice, for me, has always been a lot easier whenever you worry about, all right, how can I get in better shape, or how can I become a tougher wrestler?
Kind of modeled my wrestling after is just be tough and find a way to win, and that's kind of how these practices are.
Be physical here. Be physical here. Don't let them stall. Nice, Trent.
The match coming up with Princeton obviously is going to be, a premier matchup. There's probably 4 or 5 weights where you're going to have 2 top 10 guys wrestling each other, which is going to make for a great dual meet.
That's what's going to happen. Got a sprawl. Hustle on bottom. Work back over here. Slide back.
Being able to share this experience, attend a great university, and be able to live out our dreams, and the fact that we get to do it together is really special.
What was that place like last night that you guys went to?
It's like basically like build your own salad bar. Get lunch here, come back a little bit later, do cardio for a bit, and then we'll have dinner at 5. And I'll tell you what, it'd be a nice little treat if they had the omelet bar going today, but yeah, I don't know if we'll be that lucky.
Sometimes I keep it open for lunch if it's not too busy. I don't have class till 12:50, so we have a little bit of time.
Yeah.
There's some good dual meets on tonight.
Who's up?
Well, Princeton wrestles UNC, Wisconsin and Michigan maybe.
Stressing out about the dual meet?
Getting ready to run through a brick wall.
Yeah. It was interesting because you get to this point of the year, if you're not like a starter, it's just like the practice kind of goes on after everybody else is done. Yeah. And it's like almost like a second practice at the end, but I think looking back now, like you hate it during the moment, but it's actually, like even though the starters they're kind of like toning back on what they're doing, Pat will kind of have you like run live at the end whenever they're all done. I'm in my last semester of business administration, human resources concentration. I've enjoyed that so far. I've done really well. I think I had a really interesting first year here at NC State. I started out really well, and next thing you know, you take a few hard classes and you end up with like a 2.4 GPA semester. And so after that, I really cracked down, and I went on a string where I had 3 or 4 4.0 semesters in a row, and so that kind of canceled out that one really bad semester I had my freshman year. But it's a challenge. It's something that you get better with at time. My younger brother never seemed to have that challenge, but I know he seems to outdo everything I do anyways.
I'm currently in the business school here at NC State, and haven't decided a concentration. I'm leaning towards more the accounting and finance way. So I have this Cengage. I had to get it for my Spanish stuff. I know I'm really good at math, and I know that's where my strengths are. So I think any way I can tie that into a future job would be great. This next year will be big for me academically to see, maybe what I want to pursue as a career and a job. But I'm having fun with it. I am on my way to Spanish.
Have a good class.
All right, well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'll see you later.
Trent and I have had very similar kind of paths, and it's easy for the little brother to kind of try to compare himself to the older brother, but for me, I've always been kind of like looking behind thinking, holy smokes, every record that I set in high school, he's kind of broken. I win 1 state title in high school, he turns around and wins 2. I kind of like that. I think your role as a big brother is kind of fulfilled whenever the person after you kind of beats whatever you have. I don't know, that's the kind of mentality I've taken with it, because I've seen how talented he was growing up, and I just think, you know, if I can do well for myself, but he can do even better than I did, then I probably did something right along the way in being a good brother and being a good leader for him.
I've talked about wrestling in the past as being very hard, and it's kind of this art of suffering almost. But whenever you're with this like-minded group of guys that are on the same page as you, or on the same journey, that art of suffering sort of doesn't seem like it anymore.
There's so much adversity that comes with it to, you know, be at the top of at the highest level of wrestling. Through those hard times, you really learn about yourself and what you want out of this sport and what you want out of life.
Today, college wrestling from Raleigh, North Carolina. Number 12, Princeton, and 6th ranked NC State meet for the first time in over 40 years.
2 top 10 matchups highlight the slate, but a lot of really quality ones throughout the lineups.
It's very stressful.
Really excited for this one. We've been looking forward to it for quite a while. We've got ranked wrestlers in this one, top 15 teams, and some great matchups in there.
Yeah, wrestling is all about matchups, and we have a lot of good on good today, but a lot of really quality ones throughout the lineups.
They don't want to wrestle with this other kid's coming out, all right? Make them regret it, all right?
184 pounds. It's 3rd ranked Trent Hidlay, the redshirt freshman.
Wasting no time getting started and scoring early.
Work hard here, work hard. Let's get to work for a turn here.
Confidence as an athlete definitely comes from my training. One thing I always lean on in competition is knowing that I'm well prepared.
Keep your hands moving, keep your hands moving.
I know when I go out to a match, there's nothing I haven't seen in practice or training that I won't see in a match.
Let's go. Get to a leg, Trent, get to a leg.
I know whatever I have to do, I've already been through it. I've already been beaten up. I've already lost. There's nothing that I can see that I haven't seen before.
It's all day, all day.
And that gives me a lot of confidence, and it calms me down a little bit. I think that's when I wrestle my best, is when I'm free and I'm just doing what I love.
And he gets it.
It'll be an 18-6 victory for Trent Hidlay. Biggest bout of the afternoon. Hidlay against Monday. Number 2 versus number 5.
Hey, no matter what happens out there, you run this show the whole night, all right? You run this the whole time. It's the best guy on this planet wrestling right now. You're gonna put on a show for this team. Let's go.
I think if you're wrestling Hayden, you gotta be ready for a 7-minute fight.
Hayden is in a better spot when Trent's around. When they're together, the confidence between the two is really high, and I think that's why you're seeing them both be very successful right now, because they have each other here.
Here we go.
You can tell right away. I mean, this one is going to be tough and fun to watch. Monday is from this area. He is from Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
Move your feet, move your feet. You know where he's going. Flat. Move your feet. Flat. Oh.
Let's go.
Down to the mat.
Stand up.
Nice job, Hayden, nice job. Yes. Score here. Hey, he can't keep up with this. He can't keep wrestling like this. Here we go. Yeah, Hayden. Stop, Hayden, he can't keep up. Get the ball.
There's the 2.
He can't keep up with your pace.
Big time start for Hayden Hidlay after securing that takedown and racking up so much riding time.
Get it! Go! Reward the man! Good job! Reward the man! Good job, Hayden!
Hidlay trying to drag that toe, but they are off. He's up over a minute of ride time now at 1:16. Right now, Trent Hidlay just pacing the bench, watching his brother go against the top 5 opponent and doing well so far. Tried to sneak that hand out, that arm out. He did get that left arm out.
That's a stall!
That's a stall. Let's go. Right on him. Let's go. Here we go. Here we go. One more seals it. Go front head, Chase. Two. Yeah. Finish on top. Yeah.
And that'll do it. Hayden Hidlay, big-time victory over number 5 Monday of Princeton.